Hello and good morning. Welcome to Global Sources Live. This is Sourcing Talk, and it is a brand new episode of Supplier Stories, where we get insights on the ins and outs, best practices, whys and wherefores, pitfalls and opportunities of the international sourcing trade from the perspective of the people on the supply side of the equation. My name is Tom. I'm part of the Global Sources content team, and I'm going to be the host today. We have a couple of great guests lined up to talk to today, who will be discussing with me and perhaps with each other the habits of successful buyers. So, we often see seminars and presentations from the perspective of the buyer, or what has worked for them, what didn't work for them, and therefore what might or might not work for you. But of course, each buyer is only one person, and they're perceiving other buyers from the perspective of a rival, whereas suppliers will be dealing with dozens, perhaps hundreds of sourcing professionals throughout a given period of time. So they have a very kind of panoramic view of what works and what doesn't. And that's the unique insights we will be getting from our guests today. Now, I should say that the purpose of Global Sources Live is to be honest with you, it started off to kind of stand in for the fact that we couldn't run physical shows for a while, so you couldn't attend those seminars in person or meet suppliers in person. It's somewhat grown beyond that, and I have a feeling we'll be doing this for quite some time to come, even as physical trade shows resume. But the whole point is that it's for you, the sourcing professional. So maybe you're working for an SME. Perhaps you're sourcing for just one or a small collection of retail stores. Maybe you're an e-commerce buyer selling exclusively online through Amazon or other storefronts. Or perhaps you are working in the procurement department of a huge multinational conglomerate. Perhaps you are indeed, Jeff Bezos. Statistically, one person in our potential audience is him. Hi, Jeff. So whether your business is big or small, we want to be answering the questions that you have about the best ways to do things and how to efficiently run a sourcing program and strike the best deals. The way for us to know exactly what you want to know is for you to leave us some comments. If I looked just off screen to my right, I have a little incoming feed of comments that come in live. Whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or indeed LinkedIn, as possible, you can drop a comment there to say hi or to ask a question of one of our guests, and we'll review them basically at the end of the panel discussion and pop them up on screen and ask the relevant, thank you, questions to our guests. Of course, you can also leave comments after the live stream has ended, although you won't have the live interaction aspect then. Now, as I say, our topic today is the habits of successful buyers, and I'm not an expert on that, but someone who is our first guest, Sunny Jen from Momix Technology, who I will get onto screen right now.
Hello.
Hi, good morning, Sunny.
Hi.
How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay, actually. Yeah, it's a hot day here in Hong Kong, but also a rainy one off and on. So I got a little wet on the way into work. But other than that, I'm doing okay. How about you? You're just you're not too far away in Shenzhen, is that right?
Yes, we live in Shenzhen, and the weather is a little bit rainy, but it's compared to the previous days, I think it's good weather because it's not that sweaty and it's not that hot. Yeah. It's much better.
Yeah. That's what you always dream of in southern China, isn't it? Just for the sweaty humidity to go away. So, yeah. Well, that's great. So you are based in Shenzhen. Can you tell us a little bit, give us a brief introduction to Momix Technology? What do you make? Maybe where and who are your customers? That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, of course. Actually, Momix was founded in 2010, and we are manufacturer of smartwatch and earbuds and other mobile accessories. and we start our journey in 2010. For over 10 years, we have been working with customers all around the world, including mainland also. And our main customers in United States and the European customers, your countries. And actually, we have been endeavoring to developing a win-win cooperation with customers. And we have our VIP customers in European countries and United States. And the most importantly, we strive to provide useful and smartwatch for customers and to start a smarter life together with Momix. And that's our aim to provide for every customer. That's all.
Oh, fantastic. All right.
Yes, thank you.
So, well, thank you for sharing that. So, yeah, we have therefore, Momix coming from the mobile electronics accessories end of things, and our second guest today is in quite a different industry. And if I can just operate the machinery here to get Jojo Zhou onto. Hang on, I'm just going to mute your audio for a moment, Sunny, to eliminate a bit of background noise. Jojo, good morning. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, that's great. And where are you calling from today? Actually, I guess the clue is in the name of the company, Yiwu Shenzhen Textiles. Right. Yeah. I mean, I think. Is it? Okay. So I think for viewers, well, you probably.
Yes. Hi guys. This is Jojo from Shenzhen Textile Company.
I'm sorry. The internet connection got a bit mixed up there. Yeah. So Yiwu, I think, is quite hard to describe to people who don't know the geography of China. If I remember correctly, it's in kind of right in the middle of Zhejiang province. Is that correct?
Yeah, Zhejiang. Yeah, Zhejiang province is near to Shanghai and Hangzhou.
Yeah. Those are the two key, like the more famous cities, I guess. But Yiwu is, I would say, quite well known in its own right within China, certainly. Actually, Jojo, if I was to visit Yiwu, what landmarks or tourist attractions would you recommend to visit?
Yiwu is very famous small commodity city, and so many foreign customers come here and come to our Futian market and purchase all kinds of products. So yeah, it's very famous in the international global world.
Yeah, so it's a place to go do your buying. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, because our this city advantage is have very cheaper price. Is advantages than the Shenzhen and Guangzhou.
Okay, well, so we've got a little inter-region rivalry between Shenzhen and Yiwu there. So that's great, but I guess we should ask you, of course, about your own company. So Shenzhen Textile, what kind of products do you make, and where do you sell them to?
Yes, because we have a bigger factory in Yiwu, and we specialize in all kind of fabric towels and beach towels and cotton and microfiber, different fabric towels and beach towels, and for textile.
I see. And are most of your customers, in say North America or other places?
South American and North American and European and Middle East. Yes.
I see.
Australia.
Oh yeah. Well, Australians famously love a beach towel. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Thank you. So, well, I think we've made our introduction, so we know where everyone's coming from South and from Central. Let me just unmute Sunny. South and Central China, or Eastern China, I guess, and from two quite different industries. So I think it'll be interesting to see if your experiences are very different with the buyers who are successful versus those who are less successful, or if in fact maybe the things that buyers do right are kind of the same no matter what products they're buying. So, I mean, let's find that out first. Let's go back to Sunny. Question one here, yeah, when you're getting to know a new customer, so I guess like the first couple of times they email you or however you meet them, maybe at a trade show, what are the signs that you see that tells you, you know, this person or this company, they know how to run their business, how to do it well?
Actually, thanks, Tom. And actually, when we get to know a new customer from global source or an exhibition, and we firstly will know the background of their company and to gather the information like his LinkedIn. And after knowing the customer, you find out the successful customers will usually have a company that with a designing team or engineering team. So they are very clear and targeted on the products they wanted. So they will have detailed requirements for the products and with its logo or the package customization. So we will know how to contact to provide the service for them and to introduce our products, suitable products for them. And sometimes they will have a price range, you know, they will have like $6 to $7. So if we can meet all their requirements, the customers will continue to talk with us and cooperate. And that is a sign that these customers would be successful ones. And secondly, these successful customers will prefer to talk with you rather than type message to you. So they like fast communication, so you can add their WhatsApp, and if they think they can communicate with you very fastly, they will greatly increase the possibility to cooperate. And thirdly, these customers, successful customers, will have a plan for orders. They have their quantity of a specific products. So you will know their purchasing schedule, like they will purchase how much quantity in monthly or seasonally or annually. That is how we work with them and to differentiate a successful customer to cooperate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's thank you. That's fascinating. I think, yeah, especially it drew my attention that you mentioned that, you know, checking out their LinkedIn or researching them, because of course buyers spend quite a lot of time, you know, researching suppliers. In fact, it's one of the most important things a buyer can do. But I think sometimes the audience maybe forget that they are also checking you out and assessing you. It's two-way, right?
We'd like to let them check the info. Actually, we will provide our info for them to know that we will be a reliable supplier in Shenzhen and China. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. So let's throw that then over to Jojo. How about you? How do you know when you get a new buyer coming and contacting you? What is it that tells you this person knows what they're doing?
Yes, thank you, Tom. I will check his professional level from his inquiry and his company background. I usually search the company's information on Google, and the year he was created and annual sales value, and search his latest fashion trend and trace on Instagram from the perspective of years of development. The longer their history, the longer their corporate culture will be, indicating that they have certain strengths. I have a customer in Spain. The customer started from small order. Later on, the orders is bigger and bigger. I recommended the product is being selected to place the order of 16%. Although the order quantity is not too much, but very style profit can trade 50%. The profit compared to other customers in our company is very considerable. In a word, this customer is undoubtedly a high-quality customer. I saw their brands on Instagram. It turns out that they are a multi-industrial enterprises involving restaurant and wineries. Close is the bench of their enterprises, which is a niche retail brand. So when we get a new customer, we first need to know the basic information, characteristics information, contact information, these main sections. Basic information includes company name, homepage, contact number, address. Characteristics include the country, customer type, scale, product of focus, peak purchase period, job title, email, phone, social accounts, business cards, and so on. Like this.
Wow, yeah, that's a great checklist for people to kind of go through and make sure they're providing everything that you need to know. I think there's an interesting commonality between both of your responses is that it's quite easy for the supplier to tell if the buyer is really an expert. Like, for example, Sunny, you mentioned the idea of quick communication. So in other words, if you ask them a question, they don't have to, take a day to find out the answer and then email you back. They just know the answer. And similarly, Jojo, you're pointing to things that you can't really fake, I guess, like, whether or not people are genuinely using your products and like them, whether you really are in tune with the trends.
The signal is not good. Unsteady, yes?
Yes, yeah, it's a little iffy, and we'll try our best though. So I guess for buyers, that's interesting to think about. I think transparency is important, and the idea of sharing as much as you can, so the supplier can know exactly really what you need and which products they can match to your requirements. So. Yeah, I mean, let's go to the second item on the agenda then. Maybe you could let's stick with Jojo for now. Can you think of any examples of buyers that you've worked with in the past and how they were different from unsuccessful buyers? I guess you've given the example from Spain is kind of like that. Maybe the answer is what do you think people do when they're unsuccessful? What are some mistakes they make that successful buyers don't make?
Yeah, well, before I have worked with buyers in past, to be successful requires commitment, constant learning, and persistence, all of which are not easy. In the past few decades, with the rapid growth of the family business, some people saw that money would come pouring in just by sitting at home. The idea is absurd. Whether we are running your own business at home or outside, being your own boss requires you to take your business seriously and strive to live with some rules and time constraints. The failure rate for small businesses is very high in the first 5 years. It's 18 to 19%, and the first 2 years are usually the highest. You need to build your customer bases, develop an effective marketing plan, offer a great product and service, and build your reputation in your community. All this takes time and patience. So, where to start? First, let's take a look at what it takes to be an entrepreneur so you can better determine if you are ready. When you read about what people think of as successful entrepreneurs, they don't make money the center of the conversation. Instead, they talk about balance, freedom, patience, happiness, excitement, achieving goals, helping others, hard work, and focus in life. So the first ability, interpersonal skills. The second ability, confidence. Third ability, financial ability. Fourth ability, technical knowledge. The fifth ability, communicative ability. The sixth ability, marketing ability. Seventh ability, scientific and technology ability. So you say how to the buyers can succeed and how to define success. I think that the first thing I need to do is to dispel the myth that the key to success is all about innovative thinking and breakthrough ideas. I found that successful entrepreneurs tend to come from effective executor who focus on making things the best they can while moving the ball forward. But what else should entrepreneurs consider in order to be successful? And how should successful be defined? So have so many reasons can be successful.
Yeah, thank you. That's a very comprehensive answer. And again,
Yes.
drawing on that theme of really knowing your stuff and especially for small businesses, it's not a hobby, especially in the first 5 years, as you say. Famously, they tend to collapse. So now going over to Sunny though, you presumably. Well, actually, I don't know. Do you find it's quite different in the electronics sector? How do successful and unsuccessful buyers differ? What things do they do differently from each other?
Actually, electronic products are changing every day. Like in the Shenzhen market, it changes every day. So it is hard for us to cooperate in a very competitive price because the price gets up and down every day. So as a factory, and we prefer to make our private mode so we can control the quality. As the guests here, they are very concerned about the quality of the products. So we pay much attention to do the quality control. So customers who work with us once, they will work with us twice and third time. So it is a win-win cooperation. And do we have to answer the question that successful buyers usually do to make them successful?
Well, preferably, but I think you've kind of covered it there. Is a focus on quality, and it's similar to something that Jojo mentioned in her answer as well. I think is interesting, and not only focusing on money, specifically maybe money now, but rather thinking ahead. And perhaps you do need to accept less of a margin at some point, or you need to invest more at an early stage to get longer term stability and kind of recurring good business. So yeah, thank you for that. We do have we've got quite a lot of comments coming in actually, so I won't carry too long with the questions. Yeah, let's see. Although a lot of them seem to just be saying hello, but let's come back to them in a second. So yeah, here's the bit where we'll ask you to say how great your company is. But I think there is the question is, what do you do? What are some things that you as a supplier do to help your customers succeed? And of course, the thing here is obviously we're going to hear about the excellent things that Momix and Shengqian Textiles do, but these are also things that buyers should look out for. Whatever products they're buying. So can I put that to you first, Sunny? What are things that Momix technology does to help to make their buyers be successful?
Yes. Firstly, we think quality first, and then we provide our competitive prices to help the customers start their business earlier, easier, because and then delivery in time. That is very important as customers focus on this point so much. So that is an important factors for a factory who work with a customer to remain continuous orders. So yes. Then secondly, when customer need OEM or service, we will help to provide the OEM service. And sometimes some customers who are maybe online shop, they don't have big quantity in the very first order, so we can provide lower MOQ to support them so they can start their business easier. And thirdly, for our VIP long-term business cooperator, and we will provide order free of charge. Yes, that is free for them first. And then when they distribute to their customer and they sell, they get profits, then they can give us the payment. That is what we can support for them, because they have been working with us for years, for over 10 years. So that is the way to make sure they have profit, and we have also promote our private modes. Yes, like that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's the classic win-win, isn't it? A customer that's still in business in 10 years' time,
yes.
They can keep buying things, yeah.
Yes, and so for customers who have big potential, maybe they work with us first time, and they have after knowing their company info, they are very potential. We can also give them the exclusive agency rights. So in their market, so they have less competitors, at least online or online they have less competitors. So in electronic products, it's very important. If they have private modes, they are exclusive, they are unique, so they have competitive. And we also have a strategic marketing team, which we can analyze the market for the customer, because electronic products changes every day, and the end customers' requirements. If they emphasize the sports or health, they have their emphasis. So we can analyze the market for the customer, so they can decide which products to purchase. Yes. And so on and so forth. Many things we can provide.
Yes, it sounds like there's lots of extra services that Mumix does. Yeah, that's it's great if you can find a supplier as well that will be able to give you information across the strategic marketing. That's something that, especially for small and medium businesses, is it's hard to do. Also, it's hard to spare the time to do it from your core business. Yeah. So that's a good thing to ask about and to know about. Let's go over to Jojo. So for Shengqin Textiles, how does your company help buyers to be successful? Yeah.
According to the definition of Customer Success Association, I think customer success is a long-term scientifically designed and professional guided strategy that maximize the customer and the company sustainable proof value. Take a closer look at the key words. First, for a long time, it will be attractive to customers to see how the best example in the industry are using the product. Many enterprises start their innovation from imitation. Excellent customer cases and best practice in product application can give other customers some reference and inspiration. Finally, I need to remind you that not all of the 3 points mentioned above needs to be solved in details. Before achieving the above 3 points, we should first take a classification of customers. First, key customer, VIP customer. Second, dynamic customer. And the second, small and micro customers. This may sound like a bit of a bad idea, but it must be admitted that this is a rule for survival. 18% of the revenue of a product company comes from key customer. So the customer success manager is responsible for key customer first and foremost to meet their daily needs and customize solution. Like this. So first, the product is infrastructure and prices service company without a product is not called a service. If you rely solely on service to meet customer needs, it may be the consulting firm. So I think demand is an important factor for successful customers. The customers' demand ultimately determine whether our product are satisfied and what kind of service we need to provide. If the customer demand exceed our product or service expectation, it is difficult to renew the contract even if we buy it. So be responsible to key customer for their daily needs and the customized solution. Based on the above definition of customer success, I think service is the most important than other of reasons.
All right.
Like
Yeah.
this.
Thank you so much. Yeah, because of course, yeah. In theory, any producer can make a thing, but only a manufacturer with conscientious service will be able to help the customer solve their problems or their requirements. So thank you for a great answer. Now I am going to go and look at the comments section. We've had quite a few roll in. Let's see. Let's do the easy ones first. So just a sort of a hello from Gertie Claw and from Samuel Guillaume in Canada. Hi, hello. And now we do have a question here from Nicole Bernstein, who has, thank you for, she's made some quite nice comments, like saying, yes, so important, and says, thank you for hosting this. We'd love to hear more from you, Jojo, regarding textiles. So maybe we need to get you back on the show in future. Now, Nicole does have a question. Let me scroll back up. There's a few nice comments here, like, yes, that's how I succeeded the first time, but because I don't know when these comments came in, I'm not sure what that's an answer to. Here we go. So yeah, Nicole asks, what's the best way to ensure high product quality? Now, I know that Nicole is in textiles, so maybe Jojo, we could ask you, how do you make sure that textile products are high quality?
First, we from the raw material, we just purchase best quality. No matter from Microsoft fabric or cotton, we just cooperate with our top industry raw material factory work. So second, our factory have just check quality producers workers. We 100% check the goods first, and the printing factory we just also just match the top machine for printed the colors, because our printed factory also is very important for our textile producers. So we use the first dye colors used for important from Japan, the dye colors raw material from Japan. So this is don't worry about our quality, because our factory just is a big factory new. So anytime you can visit our factory, welcome to visit, and then just can explain to our different procession for our company. And
all right, thank you. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so materials, of course, very important. Actually, I mean, I suspect this question was about textiles, but Sunny, probably electronics accessories buyers also would have a similar question. So from the point of view of Momix, what would you say is the best way to ensure that you have a high quality product?
Also, we have about 30 staff for R&D. So before placing order, we recommend the good quality for products for customers. And in the sample making, we use the better chipsets, because as we are using the smartwatch, and the chipset is very important. The CPU are also very important. We use the stable quality in the market, and to avoid any problem in the mass production. And when a customer have their own design, the R&D team will help to make them fulfill it, and also design team. And after the places order for mass production, we will check the delivery time to make sure we can deliver good. And in the meantime, we will conduct 100% quality control. That is, few company can do it, because if we are our customers in Amazon, their quality requirement is very high. So we will let the factory colleague to check the quality one by one, and then to make sure they are well packed, and to based on customers' quality to make stickers and take photos for customers. Like if the like we will take photos weekly or daily, to make sure the production is right based on customers' requirements. So before that's something before delivery, and after delivery we will update the delivery dates for customers where the goods are and when will arrive their ports. And after the delivery, we also contact with customers to check if they are using good. Maybe is there any problems in their use? And so in the meantime, we can report to R&D and update, maybe to give them thumb up or update the products if there are any questions. Yes.
All right. Wow. Yeah. So two companies with pretty comprehensive QC regimes there. I guess the answer to your question then, Nicole, is find suppliers that do that and cover every segment of the manufacturing and delivery process. Now, I think that's pretty much all the questions. Got just a few kind of thank yous and well dones from people. So yeah, thank you so much to you, Jojo and Sunny, for joining me today. I know you are busy people and your time is very valuable. Also, I do appreciate, as I mentioned in our little rehearsal earlier, doing this in a second language, I think is particularly commendable. So thanks so much. Viewers at home, thank you for watching. Thank you for those of you who posted comments. If you would like to know more about the products from Yiwu Chongqing Textiles Company or Momix Technology, you should be able to follow links in the description of the video you're looking at right now. But failing that, or indeed to find other great verified suppliers, go to globalsources.com and you will find both of these companies listed there with all their products and their company background and a very easy one-click way to contact them. What else do I have to cover? That is pretty much it. So Jojo and Sunny, thank you so much, and I will say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Have a good day.
You too. All right, viewers. Yeah, that is it. Remember, globalsources.com is the place to go to find verified suppliers of a huge range of product verticals, including textiles, beach towels, and so forth, such as made by Chongqing, and mobile accessories like made by Momix. Stay tuned to our Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn channels for new Global Sources live events. We have an analyst choice coming up. That was in rehearsals this morning. I believe it's presented by Arvi this time. I've forgotten the details and who's in it, so please just look on the social media to find out. I will be back at some point in the near future with more supplier stories. But thank you so much for watching. I'm looking slightly off the camera because I'm about to hit end broadcast. Thank you and goodbye.